Professor Charlotte Gilmore was a fascinating woman. She had researched the continental slopes of the tornado zone in her explorer ship, Nunnet, and now presented us with the results. She showed us the entrance to a world of caves where a 500-year-old culture of technology and terror lurked. It was the world of the crawlers. The legends of the tornado zone spoke harshly about the crawlers. It was said they lived without light, using biological and chip implants, turning themselves into hideous patchwork fiends. They attacked stations, travelers, cargo ships, always leaving destruction in their wake, but no trace of victims on the battlefield. That gave credence to the legend that the crawlers were cannibals. Revolting and dangerous man-eaters wallowing in sediment. Gilmore had more guts than all of us put together. Alone, she'd explored the caves and tunnels of the crawler's world, pushing deep into the Earth's core. She showed us the way into that hell, and we could hear the screams of tortured victims reverberating with the grunts of their tormentors. When I saw the pictures, I had only one reaction. I wanted to see the crawlers dead, their colony of darkness and ruins, their grotesque forms spasming in a boiling and bloody sea. I wanted to look in the eye of their boss devil, Mad Sam Cahonen, and show him the darkest part of Deadeye Flint's soul. Gilmore's pictures became even eerier and more disturbing. It was like a dream filled with magic, fear, loneliness, and desperate need. I had never felt as abandoned as I felt there, deep in the Earth's mantle, surrounded by the most horrible blackness. Imprisoned, blind, deaf, and forgotten. From the remains we were looking at, the ancient civilization clearly had not lived underwater. Those caves had been dry as a bone right up until the South Pole melted. Gilmore claimed she was on the trail of a civilization that had ruled the surface 12,000 years ago. She believed they had retreated deeper and deeper into the crevices of the Earth, but she didn't know why. They took their energy from a mysterious source of inexhaustible power, she said, and they must have come into contact with powerful intraterrestrial beings. The Atlantides, as Gilmore called them, lived in worship of their monstrous gods, called Old Ones in the most ancient of the surviving manuscripts. But the gods they worshipped were devils, and their worship led to the rule of torment and fear. At some point, the Atlantides managed to lure their monstrous gods into the gigantic subterranean caves, turning them into prisons. The legendary city of Bathopolis was said to lie down there, at the edge of the deepest point on the planet. Gilmore, sweet and crazy Charlotte, said we would find the entrance to the inner Earth of the Atlantides there. This inner world was said to be a giant hollow sphere with its own sun, a fairy tale paradise even more beautiful than the surface world of old. Me, I had an absolute belief that the core of the Earth was full of fluid metals, its massive nickel-iron nucleus powering the good old dynamo we call the magnetic field.
Once again, our path crossed, and you moved closer to your destiny. All of you, we're going to overrun you, like the breath of a demon, like black angels of fetid. Your pain, your fragile bones. Everything will belong to us. Maybe I've already taken your mother, and now you have a little brother. What's that you say? Your mother will arise. Yes, we are the pure essence of Aqua, beyond tolerance, beyond mourning. We are our own destiny.
Do you write your own material?
The aim of our efforts is to introduce the development of a dark destiny. In the end, there will be free seamen with powerful minds, and strong bodies. They will never see Aqua as a prison again.
Corhonen, you're just another criminal headed for a judge.
You want to be my judge? Well, watch me spreading my arms over the apples. Apart from that, it's all just fun, isn't it? Oh, before I forget, my friend Commodore Soul is waiting for you at Concordia Place. He's a rationalist, and he believes he can persuade you with reason.
From one madman to the next.
Don't compare me to Mad Sam Corhonen. His brain liquefied years ago.
Sure, your motives are all noble and pure. If you're the voice of reason, we'll all be heating our homes with coal next. Why shouldn't I just kill you right here and now?
Because of the men I have concealed here. Their microwave guns are focused on you at this moment. And your brain has already been warmed by 0.2 of a degree. If you try anything, you will be cooked alive.
Okay, then why don't you kill me and be done with it?
Because I need you to eliminate Corhonen! I have already recruited an excellent team of scientists from his ranks, so I have no further need of him. In contrast to his stupid theories of eternal night, I tend more toward the light and the surface. The only thing we really need is an efficient species of workers.
And you're the man to breed a race of slaves, huh?
Let's talk about you, Flint. You're a very efficient man. Join with me, and we'll step on the surface together. We will control the numerous satellites that still exist. And he who controls the skies controls the world.
You're insane, Soul. Your ship against mine.
Mad Sam is attacking the main fusion power plant with his Tursas and crawlers. If they take it, they own our energy resources.
All right, I've had enough of this. Time to send the bad boys to hell.
Don't just charge in guns blazing, Flint. Be smart. And for God's sake, be careful. If you make it, meet me on Deep Draft 1. We've got problems there, too. Oh, I think you should talk to that nice girl, Lisa. She's waiting for you at Concordia Place.
Nice place you have here, if you've given up on life.
Hang on, stranger. You'll long to return here one day. They all do. I'm McGrath.
McGrath, your Aquarian tsunami booster is legendary. But desperate times call for desperate beverages. We're surrounded by cave dwellers, massive monsters, and politicians run amok. What can you give me to take the edge off?
The perfect drink would bring the brain to a standstill and keep it idling indefinitely. Let me think.
The end of the world is knocking at the door. Hurry up.
I've got it. This clear liquid is a gland secretion from the Vampirotoithus infernalis, the vampire squid, which lives in the hot vents in the Pacific. If I add just a few drops of scopolamine, your consciousness will bounce, then drift into a trance full of dreams. McGrath's oasis of the foaming peace awaits.
Damn it! What we gonna do if the squids keep getting bigger and fatter?
Calm down. Your dopamine production is getting the better of you again.